Two of the biggest names in sports media just went head-to-head, and it all started over one person, Bronny James.
People close to LeBron James talking to me about questioning him as a father. Come on, y'all. That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son.
On one side, you got Stephen A. Smith, loud, opinionated, and never afraid to stir the pot. On the other side, you got LeBron James, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time and a very protective father. What started as a debate over Bronny's NBA future quickly turned personal. LeBron called out Stephen A. on national TV. Smith fired back with a 52-minute rant. Accusations were made, receipts were pulled, and the internet lost its mind. But is this just another case of sports talk getting out of hand? Or is there something deeper going on? Stay tuned because this one gets messy. LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, two names that need no introduction. One four-time NBA champion, a billionaire, and the face of basketball for 2 decades. The other, the loudest voice on ESPN, a man who can turn a simple sports debate into a full-blown courtroom drama. And now they're in the middle of a heated controversy. Because when you mess with LeBron's family, things get personal. It all started when Bronny James, LeBron's eldest son, made his college debut at USC. Naturally, the hype was unreal. He's not just any freshman, he's the son of the king. Millions have been watching his every move, hoping to see the next great James take over the NBA. But when Bronny played limited minutes and struggled to make an impact, Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. On ESPN's First Take, Smith questioned Bronny's readiness for the NBA and suggested that the only reason he was getting attention was his last name. Now, criticism in sports is nothing new. Analysts talk about players all the time. But when that player is an 18-year-old kid and his dad is the biggest star in basketball, that's when things explode. LeBron wasn't having it. A few weeks later at a Lakers game, he confronted Stephen A. Smith courtside, right in the middle of the action. Fans caught it on camera, and in minutes the internet went wild. Did LeBron just check Stephen A. mid-game? Was this about basketball or something deeper? And just like that, a simple sports debate turned into a national conversation. This whole controversy didn't just explode overnight. It was built step by step. It started with a game, turned into a viral courtside moment, and ended with both LeBron and Stephen A. standing their ground. Here's how it all unfolded. January 29th, the Lakers face off against the Philadelphia 76ers. Bronny James gets some late game minutes, grabs a few rebounds, dishes out an assist, but doesn't score. The next day, Stephen A. Smith goes on First Take and doesn't hold back. He questions whether Bronny belongs in the NBA, hinting that his last name might have helped him more than his skill. The internet goes crazy. Some fans agree. Others say he's being too harsh on a 19-year-old, still finding his place. March 6, 2025, the Lakers are playing the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Midway through the third quarter, LeBron walks over to Stephen A., who's sitting courtside. Cameras catch the exchange. It's short, but you can tell LeBron isn't there to chat about the weather. Within hours, the video goes viral. Some say LeBron is just being a protective dad. Others argue Bronny should just prove himself on the court. March 7th, 2025. Stephen A. addresses it on First Take. He respects LeBron, but isn't backing down. Bronny's in the NBA. He's fair game for critique, he says. March 26, 2025.
For you two, or is it just for outside people?
No, it's popping up more and more every year because obviously I know I'm on the other side of the hill than the previous side, so I've done this for a long time, and then obviously I know it started like, okay, now you...
LeBron finally speaks on the Pat McAfee show. He's frustrated, not just about one comment, but about the non-stop scrutiny. Stephen A. talks about Bronny more than I do, he jokes. The debates rage on, but one thing is clear. LeBron isn't just an NBA star. He's a dad first. Then things take a wild turn. McAfee casually drops Smith's name into the conversation, and LeBron goes off. He accuses Stephen A. of treating this whole situation like a Taylor Swift tour, saying he couldn't wait for the video to drop, just to soak up the attention. And then the real gem. LeBron claims Smith is probably listening to all this in his tidy whities, grinning from ear to ear. Stephen A. hears that and, of course, responds. The very next day, he drops a 52-minute YouTube video. Yes, 52 minutes, titled LeBron, The Lies Keep Coming. His first order of business? Denying the tighty-whitey's allegations. Priorities. Then he goes all in, calling LeBron a liar and even saying, "Had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him." Smith then doubles down on First Take, bringing up things he once said he wouldn't. He falsely claims LeBron skipped Kobe Bryant's funeral, later correcting himself. Calls him out for missing Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame induction, ignoring that Bronny had just suffered a cardiac arrest, and even supports a claim that LeBron prefers doing podcasts with white hosts over black ones. So who's in the right? Is LeBron an ego-driven superstar pushing nepotism, or is Stephen A. using his platform to tear down a father defending his son? I don't have the answer, but maybe you do. One thing's for sure though, I'll be grabbing my popcorn as the Lakers enter the playoffs and Stephen A. Smith keeps delivering his best soap opera monologues. Stephen A. Smith is not the type to back down. He's been in the sports media game for decades, and if there's one thing he prides himself on, it's saying what needs to be said, at least in his opinion. So when he criticized Bronny James after that rough Lakers game, he wasn't trying to take shots at LeBron's son. He was doing his job, analyzing performance, talking basketball, the same way he does with any other player, except this time the last name James made it a much bigger deal. Stephen A. insists that his job isn't to sugarcoat things. If Bronny wants to play in the NBA, he's going to be judged like everyone else. Nepotism or not, the league is a business. If a player had a bad night, analysts will talk about it. And let's be real, Bronny isn't just any rookie. He's LeBron's son. The spotlight was always going to be blinding. Now, does Stephen A. hate Bronny? No, he made it very clear. No personal grudges, no vendetta against the James family, just basketball talk. In fact, Smith has praised Bronny's defense and work ethic. But the NBA isn't about effort, it's about results. And if he's not performing, people are going to call it out. To Stephen A., this was never about attacking a kid. It was about holding everyone, even a James, to the same standard. Because in the NBA, talent speaks louder than a last name. LeBron James has spent 2 decades getting critiqued by analysts, fans, and just about anyone with a Twitter account. He's heard it all. LeChoke, not clutch, Jordan's better, you name it, and usually he shrugs it off. But when Stephen A. Smith started talking about Bronny, that was a different story. LeBron wasn't about to let his son become another debate topic. To him, this wasn't just sports talk, it was a personal attack. So when he went on the Pat McAfee show, he let loose. He called out Stephen A. for obsessing over Bronny's struggles, like he was on a Taylor Swift tour, saying Smith couldn't wait for the controversy to drop. And then just to spice things up, LeBron even joked that Smith was probably sitting in his tighty-whities grinning about the whole thing. For LeBron, this was never about avoiding criticism. He knows that he, as one of the greatest players of all time, gets judged every night. Bronny, he's just getting started. LeBron wasn't mad that his son's game was analyzed, he was mad that it felt personal. At the end of the day, LeBron isn't just an NBA star, he's a dad. And when it comes to his family, he's going to defend them, whether that means going at reporters or calling out hot takes on national TV. The internet loves drama, and this LeBron Smith saga, it delivered big time. Social media exploded, sport talk shows were buzzing, and fans took sides like it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals. On one side, you had LeBron supporters. They saw a father protecting his son from being turned into a clickbait headline. To them, Bronny isn't just LeBron's kid. He's a young athlete trying to carve his own path, and dragging him through endless TV debates, that's just too much. But then you had the other side, the public figures get public scrutiny crowd. They argued that Bronny, like any rising basketball star, is fair game for analysis. If his name is in NBA draft discussions, then sports media has a right to talk about it. Even inside ESPN, people were fed up. Michael Wilbon called the whole thing unnecessary drama. Former ESPN host Michelle Beadle, she took it even further, saying it felt staged, like something straight out of the WWE. And let's be honest, if Stephen A. and LeBron had a press conference, ending with a steel chair flying across the room, would anyone be surprised? For now, neither side is backing down. LeBron stands by his dad mode, while Smith keeps doing what he does best, talking. But this whole thing raises bigger questions. Where's the line between analysis and attacks? Should media personalities rethink how they talk about young athletes? One thing's for sure, this won't be the last time sports media and athletes clash. And with instant news and viral content, these battles are only getting louder. What do you think? Is LeBron overreacting, or is Smith out of line? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you love deep dives like this, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more coming your way.